to thank the senior members of the band, cheerleaders, basketball, and comms programs for the hard work and support they have shown for their respective teams. We are very proud of their work and the long nights that everyone has contributed in making the 2012-13 winter sports season a real success. The seniors will be greatly missed, but will always be remembered for the dedication and passion they have shown for Lanphier High School. Orange roses will be presented to each family by Lanphier High School administration, head coaches, and sponsors. Due to the number of seniors we are honoring tonight, please hold your applause until the very end. First, we will be introducing the senior band members. Band leader Kitty Hose. First is Walter Hale, escorted by his mother, Cindy Hale. Next is Marissa Shreves, escorted by her father, Danny Shreves. Next is Jessie Standridge, escorted by parents Wendy McClure and Robbie Standridge. Next is Leanne Standridge, escorted by her son Aiden Hodson. Congratulations again to all of our senior band members. Next we have our cheerleading program with Coach Rachel Gasparin. First is Morgan Davis, escorted by her grandfather and grandmother, Ed Berardi and Gloria Davis. Next is Adria Lewis, escorted by her parents and sister, Carlos and Karen Norris, Erica and Celeste Hill. Next is Nicole Pearson, escorted by her parents, Mary Pearson. Congratulations again to all of our senior cheerleaders. Upcoming is the Palm Squad with Coach Sharon Coleman Williams. First we have Heel Johnson, escorted by her mother, Rashida Johnson. Next is Destiny Jones, escorted by her mother, sisters, and aunt, Marianne Williams, Yolanda Blue, and Amy Johnson. Next is Callie Kennedy, escorted by her parents and sisters, Shelley, Jay, and Fallon Kennedy. And Taylor Maney, escorted by her parents, Kelly and Pearl Prop and Eric Maney. Congratulations again to all of our senior Poms. And it's time to honor our senior basketball players with Coach Blake Turner. First we have Dwight Bolden, escorted by his parents, grandmother, and sister, Dwight and Tammy Gold, Jamie Young, and Serena Bolden. Next is Kyle Fitzsimmons, escorted by his parents and sister, Brianne House, Calvin Fitzsimmons, and Becca House. Next is Josiah Gordon, escorted by his mother, Vera Garrett. Next is Ray Lofton, escorted by his father, Ray Lofton Sr. escorted by his mother, Angela Roberts. And finally, Marquise Smith, escorted by his mother, Dolores Ramsey. Congratulations again to all of the senior basketball players and all of our senior members here tonight at Lanphier High School. We are excited for your graduation and always welcome you back here.
I'd like to honor and recognize one of Lanphier's greatest former basketball players. Marky Freeman was a 2006 graduate. She was also a 4-year letter winner for the girls basketball team. Some of Marky's accomplishments at Lanphier were that she was the all-time leading scorer with 1,875 points. She had a single season high score of 778 points, and as a senior she averaged 25 points. At Northern Illinois, she was a 2-time All-Mid-American Conference second-team player. In 2011, she had 17 rebounds in 1 game, led the MAC in steals with 2.5 steals a game, ranked 8th in the conference in scoring and 9th in rebounding. She had scored over 1,000 points in 3 years, ranked in the top 10 in 6 categories in the conference. Marky also played professionally over in Poland for 2 years and was Rookie of the Year in 2011-12 season. Marky ranked in the top 10 in 6 categories while playing professionally in Poland. Lanphier is going to retire Marky Freeman's jersey and will be hung on the wall with the likes of Kevin Gamble, Ed Horton, and Andre Iguodala.
I guess I could just start off by saying thank you. I'd like to thank Principal Dolph, Athletic Directors, former Mr. Castellino, and of course, Mr. Caden, and Doug Collins and Tony Daniels for everything they've done for me. It's with honor that I accept this, a humble heart, sincere gratitude. It's a blessing that I stand before you today, so I hope you just bear with me as I try not to get emotional, because I've come a long way. I thank God for this opportunity to be in this position and to stand before you. Traffic light back here. I had an amazing career here. I had an amazing career here, and one that will not go forgotten. I just want to thank everybody that supported me. I want to thank everybody that supported me. Some of you guys I took for granted as a child, but now I've come to understand your purpose in my life. Born and raised here in Springfield, Illinois, it was hard for me to dream, and I was just accustomed to what I had seen. But now I'm able to dream beyond my own expectations, and I thank you guys for that opportunity. And I say that I picked up a basketball, this small spherical object, 28.5 inches in circumference, and I just did it just to kill time and just for something to do, just to give out some emotion. never did I believe that this would give me the opportunity to impact other people's lives, to come back home and do some things I never thought I'd have an opportunity to do, and to leave my signature on the world. I'm blessed to be in this position, and I say that to encourage the next child, the next adult. If you have a dream, don't dream within a box. Go out there and get it. Can't find my words right now, but it's hard to put your heart in the words. I would like to thank the teachers and staff that supported me and didn't give up on me and didn't let me settle. I'd like to thank neighbors that looked out for me while I dribbled restlessly in the driveway till the wee hours in the morning and didn't call the cops. I'd like to thank my church family for countless prayers and support and just being my son, being my backbone. I'd like to thank my 06 sisters for always supporting me. I love you guys. And I'd like to thank my grandfather who passed 2 years ago, but he stood at half court every game. I can't think of a high school or college game that he was not there. And he's the reason I stand before you today. I can't go without thanking Doug Collins and Tony Daniels for taking care of me, giving me opportunities. Even when I didn't see the potential in myself, you guys looked out for me and gave me that opportunity. And I thank you for that. You don't get a lot of the credit because you're much more than a coach. You are a father to some like myself, an advisor, a social worker, and in the women's game, a psychologist in some situations. But I thank you for being there for me. And last but not least, I gotta thank my mommy. I thank you for just being there for me and making all the sacrifices that you made and being the epitome of the woman that I strive to be every day. And for the most part, just instilling love, spirituality, and gratitude in all of your children. And I thank my brothers and sisters just for being a great example to me. Thank everybody, and I'm sorry, at Lanphier. You guys have been so good to me. Everybody on the north side, my father's here, thank you, Dad. I thank you all for everything that you have done for me and just looking out for me, your prayers and your support. And I'll always be home on the north side. God bless.
If they can keep Scotty Wallace on the floor, they can keep their guys on the floor, they think they've got a fighting chance. And Lanphier's going to try to push it. They want it to be in the 60s if they can, and they'll take it in the 70s. They'll like that a lot better yet.
We're a little over 5 minutes away from getting started here at Lobernica Gym. We'll take a break, be back with more on Sports Radio 1450. It's Lincoln at Lanphier.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem performed this evening by the LHS Band. Lion fans, remain on your feet for the school song.
Song. They're not going to stand for any of that Lincoln school song here tonight. Lincoln, Lincoln, we are proud of you. You won't hear that sung by these Lanphier fans. There'll be some Lincoln fans sitting down in the west end of the gym. See Neil Alexander's parents are here tonight to watch the game. And Blake Turner's parents are here watching the game, sitting just a few rows down from us. It's a big night. Final night of the regular season, Lanphier High. And the Lincoln Railers are in town. Lincoln overall on this season, 25-4 with a 13-2 conference mark, tied with Southeast for the lead in the Central State 8. The Lions overall are 15-10 and 8-7 in the league. Glenwood playing host to Southeast tonight. John Levin is there, and he'll keep us posted on that other game that impacts the CSA championship. We are a couple of minutes away from the tip. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, Jim Rupert will have the starting lineups, and we'll get it started from Lobernica Gym. It's Lanphier hosting Lincoln. Stay tuned. about the starters for the host, the Lanphier Lions, the visitors, the Lincoln Railers? We thought coming in that Lincoln tonight might be wearing red because their JV did, but the Railers are going to wear their road green tonight, and Lanphier in the home white.
Lincoln wearing green on green with the white letters, the white numbers, and trimmed in red. Here's the way the Railers will line up. At one of the forwards will be a 6'3" junior, Edward Bowlby. Bowlby averages 9.2 points, 2.9 rebounds. He's got 33 three-point baskets. There'll be a common thread here. Tyler Horsham, a 5'11" junior, is one of the other forwards. 8 points a game, 1.4. Horsham's got 61 three-point baskets. The four-man, the power forward, the guy that'll do much of the ball handling, is a 6'5" sophomore, 22, Gavin Block. Block averages 9.3 points and 4.9 rebounds. He's the slacker on the team. He's just got 20 three-point baskets. The only senior on the team, Will Podbelsic, a 5'9" senior, plays one of the guard positions. He averages 8.9 and 1.8 rebounds a game. He's got 51 threes. And Max Cook, the 6'2" junior, arguably the best of the Railers players. Cook averages 11.1 points, 4 rebounds a game. He's got 62 three-point baskets. Bowlby and Horsham, Block, Podbelsic, and Cook. Those are the starters for Coach Neil Alexander, a Hall of Famer, over 500 wins in his career. Lanphier 15-10, 8-7 in the Central State 8 Conference. Here's the way the Lions will line up today. They're wearing their white uniforms with black numbers on their jerseys with orange trim. This is a lineup that Blake Turner says has worked the best lately. 6'4" junior Darius Milliken starts at one forward. Milliken averages 3.5 points, 2.2 rebounds a game. Dwight Bolden, a 6'4" senior, averages 4.5 points, 3.3 rebounds a game. At the center will be 6'7" junior Scotty Wallace. Wallace averages 4.1 points, 3.9 rebounds a game. Freshman Xavier Bishop. What a find he's been this year. Bishop averages 13.3 points, second on the team, 1.7 rebounds. He's in Lincoln territory. He's got 58 three-point baskets. And the point man, number 2, 6'2" junior, 17.3 points, 6.4 rebounds. Junior Larry Austin. Milliken and Bolden, Wallace in the middle, Bishop and Austin. The starting lineup for the Lanphier Lions for Coach Blake Turner.
Officials for this game from the Springfield Area Officials Association, Carl Medley, Ed Alexander, and Tim Birch. And we're ready to go. SHG got the night off tonight with Taylorville postponing their game at SHG, so the Lobers are here watching this one. Arlen and his wife would normally be over at SHG tonight watching grandson Gabe Green, but they get to watch the Lions at Lobernica Gym against Lincoln tonight.
Best of both worlds for the Lobers. They get to see their beloved Lions and their beloved grandson on the same weekend and not miss anything.
Taylorville at SHG rescheduled for tomorrow night at 7:30 at Bell's Gym. Okay, here we go. Dwight Bolden against Gavin Block. Block had some flu this week, but he looks healthy. Coach Alexander said he looked like he was dying yesterday, but he looks okay tonight. Gavin Block.
Funny how putting that uniform on makes you feel better.
And look better. Tim Birch puts it up. Tip controlled by Lincoln. Railers will head to the east basket here at Lobernica Gym in the first half. Max Cook at the point. Goes to Edward Bowlby on the left wing, guarded in the Lanphier man by Scotty Wallace. Right side Horsham, 3-ball, missed it. Rebound Austin. Outlet pass to Bishop. Runs it up the left side, gives back to Larry, head of the key. Back to Xavier Bishop, now corner to Bolden. Lincoln, shockingly, playing a 1-2-2 zone. That shocks no one. If they played anything else, we'd be shocked. Out at the point of the defense is Will Podbelsic, and he's looking Larry Austin right in the eye as Larry's at point in this Lanphier half-court set. They're very patient doing perimeter passing. Austin stepped into the circle, gave to Wallace, who juggled it, double-teamed in the corner, and threw the ball away. Block picked off a bad pass from Scotty Wallace, and on the Lanphier turnover, here come the Railers.
Capital sin by Wallace getting caught in the corner. You don't want to do that against the Lincoln ball press.
Ever. You don't want to pick up the ball, ever. Max Cook in the corner right side. Dribbles in against Austin, sends it back out front. Where Tyler Horsham, the junior guard, has it. Now senior Will Podbelsic up top, goes into the lane, gave to Bowlby left side, faked the shot. Now Cook with the ball on the right wing. Lincoln looking to get inside on Lanphier, unable to do so far, and ball batted loose, but Block recovers it, and Lincoln keeps it. They double team him out front. Go to Podbelsic. Drives in. Reverse layup. Missed it over the rim. Rebound Lanphier. Dwight Bolden. Excuse me, that was Darius Milliken who got the rebound. Here's a three for Austin. Right side. Rimmed out. Cook the rebound for Lincoln. Larry Austin got one on the rim, but it popped out. Block. Fake the shot. Gives to Bowlby on the baseline left. To Horsham on the left wing. Bolden out on him. Give to Podbelsic. Guarded by Bishop. Bowlby around the screen, comes up top and hands off to Cook, who shoots a three up top and rimmed it. Hit the rim, front of the rim, and no good. And the rebound to Lanphier as Milliken clears it and gets it to Austin. 2 minutes in, 0-0. Neither team able to cash in on shooting chances. Here's Bishop, three, rattled in. If Xavier Bishop gets hot, look out. Bishop, 5'7" freshman, makes it 3-0 Lanphier at 5:45 to go in the first. Out front block, double team by Milliken and Bishop, gives it in the middle, and a shot put up and in.
Great execution that time by Lincoln. Great patience.
Who got that basket?
Cook.
Max Cook on the hoop right in the lane, about a 10-footer. Was screened on the play. You know what? All these Lincoln kids look alike. Here's Austin up top. Drives into traffic. Feeds on the baseline for a shot by Milliken that's good from 12 feet right side. Darius Milliken makes it 5-2 Lanphier. Max Cook will draw a double team in the backcourt. Hands off to Gavin Block. All the Railers can handle the ball, but Block juggled out front and turns it over, just as we said how good a team they are at handling the ball.
A little bit of full court pressure that time by Lanphier caused a little problem for Lincoln. They kind of caught him off guard.
Just under 5 minutes left in the first. 5-2 Lions. They attack the west basket here at Lobernica Gym in the first half. Freshman guard Bishop swings a pass on the right wing to Larry Austin, guarded by Horsham. Up top Bishop, three ball, back of the iron, no good. Rebound Cook. Lincoln ball, Max Cook. He's their best player, a 6'2", 175-pound junior. Works the ball to the center circle. Austin out on him and the Lanphier man. Both wear number 2 on their jerseys.
I would think it won't be long before Jordan Tribbett is in the game for Lanphier. They could use another ball handler.
Ball out front as Lincoln swings it on the perimeter, and Podbelsic works the dribble around the screen set by Block. Back to Block. Shoots a three on the rim and fell off. Bounced on the rim 3 times before it did.
0 for 3 on threes for Lincoln so far.
Austin the rebound to Milliken baseline. Back out front to Larry. They go left side to Bolden in the corner. Skip pass across to Austin. Baseline jumper. Milliken way short, and the rebound to Cook. Max Cook grabbed that ball as it never hit the rim. And the Lincoln students who occupy the west bleachers saluted the missed shot with the air ball chant.
All 3 rebounds by Lincoln for Cook.
3:44 left in the first. 5-2 Lanphier jumper. Podbelsic for 2, rattled out. Rebound Austin.
That's his 3rd rebound.
3.5 to play in the quarter. Lions 5, Lincoln 2. Austin to Bishop. Guarded by the taller Cook. He gives it back up to Larry Austin. Works in on the point of the defense in Podbelsic. Now Bishop, baseline floater, no good from the left side, and Block rips down the rebound for Lincoln.
You ever notice that when Bishop, all his jump shots are left-handed, everything short is right-handed?
And he missed that time from the left baseline. Cook out front, works in on Austin, spins down the lane, got it up and in, and a foul.
Bolden raked his eyes that time.
Max Cook with the basket, and now we have, did Tim Birch call a technical foul in addition to the foul call? Let's see. Carl Medley had the foul, and a T is called on, he called it on number 2. Is that Larry Austin or
No,
Max Cook?
I think he called it on Cook.
Cook was fouled on the shot and then responded such that Tim Birch teed him up. So Cook will shoot the free throw for the 3-point play, and then Lanphier will have free throws at the other end. And Cook made the free throw. So Cook gets the bucket and the and one, and now Xavier Bishop of Lanphier will shoot the technical foul that was assessed against Max Cook of Lincoln.
Dwight Bolden got the foul for Lanphier on the 3-point play. Now Bishop is just the best free throw shooter on the Lions.
And his foul shot got all of the rim, hung there for a moment and fell in. Bishop at 76%. He was a better free throw shooter early in the season than he's been lately. And he made both. So Bishop puts Lanphier back in front after Cook had tied the game at 5. Lions 7, Lincoln 5, and on the technical foul, Lanphier gets the ball.
Marquis Smith in the game, and Larry Austin looks like he's having some problems with cramps. He's on the sidelines being leg cramps being worked on by the training staff.
Maybe too hyped up for this game. Larry Austin sits for a while. Lanphier ball with Tribbett wide of the free throw circle, gives the ball to Bishop left side. Back to Tribbett, shoots a 3, in. Jordan Tribbett's 13th made 3 of the season, and Lanphier leads 10-5 with 2:37 to play in the first quarter. Belsic works it in on Bishop, goes into the lane, kicks it out front. Horsham, long 3, missed badly. Rebound loose on the floor, and Bishop picks it up, and here comes the little freshman for Lanphier. Stop and go dribble, free throw line. Gives it up to Tribbett. Corner, Bolden a 3, got it! The senior Dwight Bolden from the left corner. 3-pointer for Bolden, and it's 13-5 Lanphier with 2:08 to play in the first, and the Lions are hitting from all places.
Full court pressure by Lanphier, too.
Bothering a little the Lincoln Railers, who have brought Joey Olden off the bench. Starting guard at the start of the season till he got hurt. Down the lane, Belsic beat Bishop to the basket and scores a layup.
Oh, they spread that perfectly to get that layup out of the spread.
13-7 now the score as Lincoln's Belsic drove past Bishop and got to the rim. Minute 40 to play in the first quarter. Lanphier ball. Lions Bolden with it on the right side. Up top to Tribbett. Ball poked into the corner to Bishop. Now they'll get it back out front, and Jordan Tribbett will set things up against the Lincoln 1-2-2. He asks for a high screen from Marquis Smith. Works it to the left side. Bishop drew a double team and then traveled as he stepped around Belsic. Traveling violation on Xavier Bishop of Lanphier.
Austin back in the game now for Lanphier, replacing Scotty Wallace.
So Wallace will sit. Austin joins Bolden, Tribbett, Bishop, and Marquis Smith on the floor. Lanphier will make another substitution and get Darius Milliken back in and sit Bishop.
Cook came out of the game so Olden could come in after the technical foul, and now Cook is back in for the Railers.
Max Cook, Gavin Block, Will Belsic, Edward Bowlby, and Joey Olden on the floor at the moment for Lincoln. With the ball, Cook looking inside. There's a foul off the ball. It's going to be against Lincoln. They're going to call Gavin Block for a push.
Illegal screen.
And he was 20 feet from the play. It's on Block.
No, they called it on Belsic, actually.
Belsic with the shove off the ball.
Block screen was legal, but I think Belsic was doing something in the meantime.
Minute to go in the quarter. 13-7 Lanphier the lead. Lions ball with Larry Austin, giving it to Tribbett, left to the circle. Back to Austin, into the lane. Backs off now as he's guarded closely by Olden. Lanphier tried to force a pass inside intended for Bolden or Marquis Smith, and it was poked out of bounds by the Railers.
10 different guys have started games this year for Lanphier.
They have had to do a lot of mixing and matching to find something that would work when they were playing well. They had a combination at Christmas time, and then they had the swoon in January. They've been playing better lately. Lanphier ball leading 13-7, 36 seconds left in the quarter. Inside, Marquis Smith on a good feed from Milliken goes to the rack and scores. Marquis Smith's first bucket, 15-7 Lions, 25 ticks left in the first. Olden, bounce pass, Belsic cut off of the baseline, gives the ball outside left side, and Bowlby missed a 3. Lincoln's 3-ball not falling. Loose on the floor, Austin glides in and lays it in! Knocked over one of the Railers, who is hurt as a result as Austin went airborne. No whistle, and as you can imagine, the head coach of the Railers is not happy that no offensive foul was called on the airborne Larry Austin. It was Gavin Block who got in his way and was hurt on the play.
Larry Austin got that rebound on the run. Long rebound, some hands on it. He's the first guy that got it. He had a full head of steam. He was going to the basket. Block tried to take the charge. Austin almost jumped over him. Made the basket, no call.
Block was shaken up, but he stays in the game, and Neil Alexander is still barking at the officials for no foul call. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, Railers throw it away. Bullet pass from Bowlby intended for Olden on the baseline, and he threw a fastball that Olden couldn't catch. 2.4 seconds left in the quarter. Lanphier leading 17-7 will inbound it.
DeAndre Alexander in the game for Lanphier.
They throw it into Milliken, shoots from near half court, and it's short to end the quarter. Good quarter for Lanphier. Lions against a so far cold Lincoln Railers team lead this game 17-7 after one. Back to Lobernica Gym in 1 minute.
John.
At the real estate group.
Interesting start of this game, huh?
Lanphier shot 6 of 11, 3 of 6 on threes. Lincoln 3 of 10, 0 for 5 on threes for the Railers. Yeah, interesting start.
Lanphier ball to start the second quarter with a 10-point lead. They throw in the post to Marquise Smith. Gave off to Milliken, who juggled, and now on the baseline, a 3-second call. Good call because Marquise Smith was standing in the lane for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, high school in basketball anymore, if they call 3 seconds, that means that there was a camping permit taken out.
There definitely was.
Third turnover against the Lions.
Game at Chatham, by the way. Southeast and the Titans is a later start than this. In fact, they're probably not going to tip till about 8:10. So no result yet on Southeast at Glenwood. Probably about an 8:10 tip at West Gym at Chatham. Here's a drive along the baseline, left side by Podbelsic into the corner for Bowlby, 3 that's no good. Austin skies for the rebound, gets it ahead to Milliken, glides in, banked it up too hard, offensive foul. As that time, Lincoln got the call on an attempt to draw a charge. And who hit the floor? Was it Block again? Yeah, he's slow getting up again. Gavin Block was able to actually get the foul call that time against Arias Milliken of Lanphier, offensive foul.
You knew which way that call was going to go.
After what happened earlier.
At half court, you knew that was going to be a charge, even before there was any contact.
Block will throw it in against the Lanphier backcourt pressure. Max Cook will walk it up the floor against Larry Austin in the Lanphier man. Just underway in the second quarter. Lions lead 17-7. Podbelsic drives in on Tribbett, kicked it in the corner to Bowlby. Now on the wing right, it's Joey Olden. Brings it up top to Podbelsic. Left corner to Block. Lincoln working in on the Lanphier man, or trying to. So far, no shot this possession that's lasted 12, 15 seconds. And a double dribble out front on Joey Olden. Lincoln turnover. They've had a few of those.
Pretty good. That's the fourth one. Yeah, pretty good defense by Lanphier. They're really sticking to their man-to-man. They're bouncing off all the screens and all the changes and exchanges that Lincoln makes and really sticking to them.
And Lanphier turns it over as the inbounds pass went off the foot of Jordan Tribbett.
Larry Austin had that one, and he was going to give it to Tribbett to run the offense, and he kind of threw one at his feet.
We'll keep you posted on regional results as they come in tonight as well. The 2A regional at Riverton among them, and an inbounds pass to Max Cook, who glides in backdoor and scores an easy 2, and he has scored 7. 17-9 on the easy deuce for Cook. Lanphier ball up by 8. 6.5 to play in the half.
First points of the second quarter.
The Riverton Regional is Riverton against St. Teresa, and Riverton has a 15-10 lead at home over St. T after one, and a push foul against
Bowlby.
Edward Bowlby of Lincoln at the Lanphier end of the floor.
Trying to get the ball into the post to Larry Austin, and Bowlby came from behind him, pushed him.
They throw it out front to Xavier Bishop, and the little freshman guard dances away from the defensive effort out front of Joey Olden. Go to Austin, right side, back to Bishop up top. Into the corner for a 3 from Tribbett. Banked it in! Wow. How the heck did that ball go in? Jordan Tribbett threw it up, and it hit the upper left corner of the backboard and banked in. I've never seen that. On a 3-point shot from the left wing. He should major in geometry. 20-9. Good fire of a pass from Max Cook down low to Bowlby, and now a foul off the ball.
Podbelsic trying to get through, and he ran. There were two guys right there. I think who are they going to get?
Marquis
Larry
Smith.
Austin or Marquis Smith?
No, it's on Larry Austin. He and Marquis Smith were playing defense on the left side of the lane, and Podbelsic went to the floor as he collided with Austin. It's first on Larry, third on Lanphier. 5:43 left in the half. Lanphier leading 20-9.
Scotty Wallace returns.
And another Lincoln Railer went to the floor off a push from Wallace. That was Bowlby who got up unhindered. Block up top with the ball for Lincoln. They move toward the east basket here in the first half at Lobernica Gym. Trailing by 11. Cook cut off of the baseline by Austin. Gives to Block. Down the lane. Shot. No, he doesn't shoot. He kicks it in the corner to Bowlby. Through the defense and gave it up. Here's Cook. A corner shot good. And he has a word for the Lanphier coach as he goes by. Max Cook makes Lincoln's first three. And it's 20-12.
They missed their first 6 threes before finally connecting.
Three for Bishop. That one's wide left. Rebound Marquis Smith back up and missed it in tight. The rebound Austin back up. And his shot blocked. Gets it back. And what's the call? A foul. It's going to be on Block. Gavin Block of Lincoln blocking Larry Austin's second effort shot. Lanphier had 4 shots at it. Couldn't get any to fall, but the whistle blew. Well, they called on Bowlby, and that's his second. Gavin Block got the better hit on the ball. I guess Bowlby got Larry Austin on the arm on the block shot.
Austin Cruz takes the place of Bowlby in the lineup.
Bowlby with 2 fouls has a seat. Larry Austin to throw it in, lobs it out front to Marquis Smith. Gets it back, throws it back to Marquis Smith down low. To Scotty Wallace in the middle. Jumper on the rim, no good. That's a little outside Scotty's range from 12 feet, and Gavin Block gets the rebound. 20-12, Lanphier. 3 for Cook. He missed out front, and the rebound, Marquis Smith. Outlet pass to Austin. Double teamed and pushed and fouled, and they'll get Max Cook on the foul against Austin. And Cook, who was whistled for a technical earlier, it's a common foul this time, is second in this game. 5th on Lincoln.
Yeah, he's going to take a seat. Tyler Horsham back in.
Scotty Wallace will sit as well, and Darius Milliken re-enters for Lanphier along with Marquis Smith, Xavier Bishop, Jordan Tribbett, and Larry Austin.
Good chance we won't see Max Cook or Edward Bowlby the rest of this half.
Both with 2 fouls and 4:20 to play until halftime. Up top, Bishop, left-hander 3, in and out. Rebound, Gavin Block of Lincoln. Xavier Bishop hit an early 3, but he hasn't been able to connect since. Lanphier up 8. They've led by as many as 11. 4 minutes left first half. Playing at home against Lincoln tonight.
Bishop's not as good on that straight-on 3 as he is from the wing.
Kind of likes that wing shot, you're right. Here's a drive by Block. Drives in on Marquis Smith and blocked and fouled. Gavin Block's shot didn't go, but 2 free throws are coming off the foul call of official Ed Alexander.
First foul on Marquis Smith, who tried to kind of chest him a little bit there. Instead of moving his feet, he tried to lean in with the upper part of his body. Block shoots 2.
Gavin Block's a good free throw shooter, and his first one is a swish. He's nearly 80% on the season. That's his first point of this game. At the half at the Hawk Center, Riverton leads Decatur St. Teresa 24-16. Pleasant Plains playing Williamsville tonight out in Athens in a regional championship in 2A. Gavin Block missed the second free throw, and the 6'5 sophomore was 1 for 2 that trip, cut the Lanphier lead to 7 at 20-13. Austin in the middle, good pass to Milliken for a layup. Larry Austin's a pretty good distributor, isn't he?
That's the way you handle that full court press too. Get it in the middle and let Larry do his work.
Milliken's second bucket on the assist from Austin, 22-13. Make it 22-16 as Max Cook drains another 3. 6-point difference, 3:20 to go in the half, and Max Cook is heating up.
That was actually blocked, Tim.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Cook wears 2, Block wears 22, and I misidentified the shooter, and Gavin Block got the 3, and Larry Austin gets a 2, rolls it in off the rim, and Lanphier calls time. He wears number 2 for Lanphier. He gets 2, he has 4, and Lions lead by 8. 24-16, Lanphier. 3:04 left in the half. Back in 1 minute. After one quarter at the Franklin 1A regional final, New Berlin leads Lutheran by a score of 14-8. Here at Lanphier, under 3 minutes to go in the half, Lincoln ball trailing 24-16 to Lanphier. Gavin Block up top gives the ball out to Tyler Horsham, who's back in the ball game. Joey Olden now with it. Austin Cruz, 6'1", 200-pound junior football quarterback, into the game. And a takeaway by Larry Austin. Took it right away from Gavin Block. Austin tried to feed Tribbett, nearly threw it away. Tribbett saves the bad pass. Lanphier keeps it. Bishop, long free up top. Good. Xavier Bishop in rhythm. Hits it from 22 feet up top. It is 27-16, matching Lanphier's biggest lead of 11. Three for Podbelsic. Missed the answer, and the rebound Bishop. Lanphier will push it, gets it ahead to Tribbett, and they throw it away. Block tipped away a bad pass from Tribbett, and up the floor, tripped on the play was Podbelsic, but Lincoln retrieves the ball and keeps the possession. Block, look to the three, gives to Horsham, who shoots a three and rimmed it out. Rebound out of bounds, Lanphier ball. 1:56 left in the half. Lanphier 27, Lincoln 16. Lincoln's getting shots they usually make. They're not making them so far in this game.
You kind of think, though, it's a ticking clock. Eventually, those are going to go in because you're right. They're all the shots that they're getting them in rhythm, and they're getting them in good spots on the floor. There's threes that they make, and you've got Bovey 0 for 2, you've got Horsham 0 for 3, you've got Block 1 for 2, Podbelsic 0 for 1, and Cook 1 for 3 on threes.
1:52 remaining in the half. Lanphier ball off the Lincoln turnover, leading by 11. 27-16. Xavier Bishop out at the center circle. Defended by Joey Olden. They throw it down low to Marquis Smith, and he threw the ball away. Aimed a pass for Larry Austin and zipped it right between his hands. Lanphier turnovers.
Number 7.
1:37 left in the half, and Max Cook will come in before halftime.
I think Lincoln probably looking for one shot here.
Might be the goal if they can do it against the Lanphier pressure. Lincoln will inbound right in the backcourt in front of the Lincoln bench. Gavin Block to throw it in. Oh, an interception by Larry Austin. Bad idea to throw it near him. Larry dishes to Bolden, who jammed it home.
Great baseline.
And then a technical foul for his celebration of his jam. Tim Birch has a short fuse for antics tonight. That's the second tee he's called in the game so far. Tees up Dwight Bolden, who celebrated his stuff a little too actively. Well, Dwight Bolden was doing the hop celebration after the jam.
I tell you what,
it's a little short fused for Tim.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I wouldn't have teed him up on that.
No, that's a great play, a great baseline drive off the Austin dish.
Senior night, the big senior gets a big jam and celebrated a little too much for the officials' liking. I might argue with Tim Birch on that call. Gavin Block made the first of the technical foul shots, and one more for Lincoln. Then the Railers have the ball. 29-17, now 29-18 as Block made them both. The Bolden stuff had made Lanphier a 13-point leader, but Block's 2 free throws make it 29-18 with 1:29 left in the half. Nice stuff by Dwight Bolden.
Oh, very well done.
He gets about a 7 on the 10 scale on that one, on a feed from Austin. 1:24 left, Lincoln ball. So we head toward halftime. Railers down 11. Max Cook, turnaround shot, blocked partially by Marquis Smith. Austin with the ball, runs it up floor. Gives the ball right side to Bishop. Draws a double team in the Lincoln zone. Back out front to Larry. Lanphier might try to hold for one. Blake Turner up. Larry Austin looks over, and that's going to be the decision. See if they can work it for one last shot before halftime as we click under a minute. Lions leading 29-18. Just don't throw the ball away against this good Lincoln defense.
Keep it on top. Don't go down to the corner.
Podbelsic at the point of the 1-2-2 will come out and look at the 2 ball handlers out front, Austin and Bishop. Milliken is about halfway down on the left side. And Scotty Wallace and Marquis Smith are around the lane. They send it back over to Austin with 30 seconds. Lanphier just running clock here, and they'll try to work a final play with an 11-point lead. Maybe cash in for a 13 or 14-point lead at the half as they play Lincoln in what is a conference championship game for the Railers. 12 seconds, 11, 10, now they'll move. Austin, they spread it out, gives it to Bishop, free ball, yes!
Good spot.
Xavier Bishop puts him up 14. Lincoln half-court shot. Max Cook at the buzzer, no good. Lanphier by 14 at the half. On the Bishop three from the right wing. Lanphier 32, Lincoln 18 at halftime. Back to Lobernica Gym after this timeout.
Next up will be a performance by our Lanphier Palms.
About to tip off, a late start at Chatham. We have some scores from area regional finals. We'll give those to you quickly before Jim runs through the numbers on this game. Riverton leads at half over St. Teresa, 24-16 at Riverton. 2A regional final at Athens. Pleasant Plains leads Williamsville 28-8 at halftime. Second quarter score, New Berlin leading Lutheran 21-8 at Franklin in 1A. And in the 2A regional final at Auburn at halftime, it's Pana 36, North Mac 29. Edinburgh leading Lincolnwood 32-20 at halftime at Raymond. Looks like Peyton Allen's going to play off the bench tonight, not in the starting lineup for Glenwood as they take on the Southeast Spartans, who are, if they're paying any attention, and I doubt they are at the moment, would like this halftime scoreboard at Lanphier.
Yeah, they'd like that very much. But again, I asked Lawrence Thomas, Southeast coach, if he was going to become a big Lanphier fan tonight, and he said, we just got to take care of our own business. That's all. We don't. What happens there doesn't really matter to us, because if we win, we win. So it doesn't matter. Hey, here's some of the numbers from the first half. Lanphier has to be happy with the way it played. The Lions shot 54.5% at the break, 12 out of 22 from the floor, including a Lincoln-like 6 of 11 on threes. The Lions had 14 rebounds, 7 of those rebounds by Larry Austin, and Lanphier turned the ball over 7 times. Darius Milliken, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Dwight Bolden, a 3 and a 2 for 5 points plus 1 rebound. Scotty Wallace is scoreless, 1 shot. Xavier Bishop has 11 points, including 3 out of 6 on threes, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 11 points, 2 rebounds for Bishop. Larry Austin has 4 points, 2 out of 4 from the floor. 7 rebounds to go with that. He's got 1 personal foul. Bolden, by the way, the only guy in foul trouble for Lanphier. He's got 2 personals. Jordan Tribbett had 2 3-point baskets for his 6. DeAndre Alexander played and didn't score. Marquise Smith had 2 points, 1 for 2 from the floor, 2 rebounds, 1 at each end. He picked up a personal foul. Lanphier 12 out of 22, 54.5%. For Lincoln, 6 out of 18 from the floor, 33.3%, 2 of 11 on threes. Missed their first 6 tonight before connecting on 1. Max Cook made the first one. 6 rebounds, so Lanphier with a 14-6 rebound advantage, and the Railers turned the ball over 6 times in the first half. Just 3 guys scored. Max Cook has 10, 4 out of 7 from the floor. He's also got 3 rebounds, 10 points for Cook. Gavin Block has 1 3-point basket, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 6 points, 3 rebounds for Block at the break. Will Podbelsic, 1 out of 3 from the floor for his 2 points. Tyler Horsham has missed all 3 threes he's tried. Edward Bowlby has missed both threes that he tried. Bowlby picked up 2 fouls. Cook picked up 2 fouls in the first half. They're the only guys in foul trouble. They're the only guys that basically committed fouls for Lincoln. Podbelsic also had 1. Joey Olden played off the bench. Austin Cruz played off the bench, and they did not score. Lincoln 6 of 18, 33.3%. Cold shooting, the story so far. Lanphier leads Lincoln at halftime, 32-18. 3-minute break, and then we'll be back for more from Lanphier.
And the SHG Taylorville game for tonight was postponed till tomorrow night at Bell's Gymnasium. Couple of games going on in the area involving local teams in regional championships. In 2A at Riverton, halfway through the third quarter, the Hawks lead St. Teresa. Score is 29-22. Going into the fourth quarter at Athens, Pleasant Plains is rolling, leading Williamsville 40-20. And about 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Dave Kane reports that out at Franklin, New Berlin leads Lutheran 37-28 in a 1A regional championship game. Here it's 32-18. I can't think of a whole lot that Blake Turner could have been in there chewing on the Lions about in the first half.
No, they did very well offensively, defensively, moved the ball. That pressure defense, that full court press that they put on. He ran a lot of guys in and out of the game as is his want, and yeah, that's about as good a first half as Blake could have ordered for the Lions. They're playing well right now going into the postseason. They got to play one more half though. They got to keep it up. They've got to sustain it. They've got to hope those Lincoln shots don't go in.
Well, the good start for Lanphier here against league co-leader Lincoln and the league co-leader Southeast. Not a good start at Glenwood. Titans score the first 9 of that game. And with a timeout at 4:52 to go in the first quarter, Glenwood 9, Southeast nothing.
Wow.
John Levin reports, and he'll keep us posted on that game at the West Gymnasium at Glenwood. Max Cook with the ball as Lincoln has it to start quarter number 3. Down low, Gavin Block missed the shot in tight, got it back, put it up, it rolled out. Second effort shot by Block, no good. Rebound Austin, he runs. And Larry is fouled on a reach. Like Larry Austin was skating up the right side at the old Chicago Stadium, and one of his hockey opponents hooked him. That hockey opponent was Todd Belsick. 2 on Will.
But in hockey, the goalie wears number 1, and so he wouldn't have been down there hooking.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? He doesn't go to the penalty box either. Just underway in the third quarter, Lanphier ball leading 32-18. A couple of missed shots by Gavin Block right in the block. He couldn't get them to fall for Lincoln. So Lanphier with it. Xavier Bishop up top against the Lincoln zone. Goes right side to Austin. Back up front to the freshman Bishop. Throws it in the post to Bolden. Bounce pass. Baseline.
Great
Austin
ball.
for 2. Beautiful pass. Dwight Bolden to Larry Austin. Austin has scored 6, and Lanphier leads by 16.
Nice high-low game. They get it into the Bolden at the top. You can beat the Lincoln zone at the free throw line. Right there, that's when a lot of things can happen if you can successfully get the ball in there.
Lanphier playing man-to-man defense throughout in this game, and Gavin Block with the ball has it poked away by Austin, and then Austin ties him up.
Are they going to get a foul?
They could call a foul as they were both wrestling with the ball, but I think they're just going to say held ball.
Yeah,
that would be the appropriate call. The officials are going to talk about it. Carl Medley, Tim Birch, Ed Alexander are going to conference. One of them might have a foul, the other might just say held ball, and let's see what the officials decide. They are going to call a foul. It's going to be on Bowlby, and Neil Alexander says, wait a minute.
It's on Larry Austin.
It's on Larry Austin.
Didn't they signal 2?
Was it? I think they signaled it on, Gavin Block of Lincoln. Well, he was the one wrestling with Austin.
Okay.
I would have said held ball, but I'm not wearing a striped shirt. Gavin Block commits the foul, his first, and Lanphier ball on the side.
And a held ball, you accomplish the same thing. Lanphier gets possession, and you don't put one of the good players in foul trouble.
Yep. Gavin Block's first foul, so he's not in foul trouble, but that's beside the point. Gavin Block whistled for the foul, and that scramble for the loose ball after Austin had knocked it away from him.
16-point lead for Lanphier.
With the ball, Scotty Wallace, jump shot baseline, no good. Rebound, Milliken lost it on the floor, and Lincoln will have it. Scotty Wallace with a jump shot from the baseline that didn't go. Max Cook with it, gives to Gavin Block, drives down the lane. Block lays it up, got it. He's fouled on his way to the basket. And went flying into the student section of Lincoln Railer classmates down there at the west end of the gym.
Took on Darius Milliken and won that one.
Milliken's second foul. So Gavin Block gets the bucket and now gets a free throw. BLOCK, 6'5", 185 sophomore. He is a good player. Gavin Block, a good free throw shooter. 3 for 4 tonight. Oh, and he missed. And the rebound, Scotty Wallace. 6:20 to play in the third. Lanphier 34, Lincoln 20. Lions have just flat played better tonight. Lincoln's shooting touch has not been there yet. But they may heat up, and Lanphier knows it. Pass out front to Bishop, saves a bad pass. Lincoln had hands on it, but he recovered it. Lions will reset with Austin out front now. Gives to Bishop over on the right side as they pass outside on the perimeter of the Lincoln 1-2-2, which is extended by Podbelsic against Austin. Austin into the lane. Fouled on his way to the hoop. Bowlby on the reach.
Number 3.
Third foul on Edward Bowlby of Lincoln.
Or did they call
Horsham? They called it instead on Horsham. His first. That's a break for Lincoln in that regard.
Tribbett for Milliken. Substitution for Lanphier.
5:53 to go in the third quarter. Austin throws it in on the Lanphier baseline. Lanphier 34, Lincoln 20. Austin drives in, knocked over his defender. Was that Block again who hit the floor? Yes. Larry Austin got airborne again, knocked him over. Offensive foul on Austin. Block's not flopping on those. He's
legitimately getting beat up.
Got a shoe in his jaw that time.
Second foul on Austin, both of them charges.
34-20, and the turnover to Lanphier gives the ball to the Railers. They trail by 14. League co-leaders with Southeast, and the Spartans were off to a slow start at Chatham. We'll get an update on that game shortly. They started about the time we were at halftime here. Here's a drive-in by Cook. Scoop shot, no good. Scotty Wallace rips down the rebound, and Lanphier has the ball off the Lincoln one and done. Tribbett had the ball poked away by Cook, and Max Cook on the run out after the takeaway, glides in and lays it in. Scotty Wallace went in, tried to goaltend, and Max Cook survived the collision. 34-22 on the takeaway and score by Max Cook. Bishop gives it in the corner to Dwight Bolden. That's Tribbett with the ball now, over to Bishop on the left side. Jordan Tribbett for Lanphier, 5'10" sophomore guard. Here's Wallace against Block in the Lincoln zone. Lanphier swings the ball over to the right corner to Bolden, poked away by Bowlby, and Lincoln gets another takeaway. That's 2 straight Lanphier possessions that steals by Lincoln have given the Railers the ball. Oh, good crossover by Cook, who drove right around Bishop, and he schooled him on that play for the layup.
Ankle breaker.
Max Cook, a beautiful crossover on the way to the hoop. 34-24. Lanphier beats the defense. Bolden has his shot blocked by Cook. And the ball is out to Podbelsic, and here come the Railers. They can get it under 10. Block with the ball. Drives around Austin. Kicks it right to Podbelsic into the lane. Trip, no whistle. To Bowlby, a 3. Yes. Here comes Lincoln down by 7. 9 unanswered points for the Railers. 4:02 left in the third, and the Lincoln fans hoot and holler. 34-27, Lanphier back in 30. In the quarter. Now with 4:02 left in the third, it's 34-27, so 9 unanswered points for the Railers. And Lincoln, from down 16, is down only 7.
Turned up the ball press, full court. Lanphier handles it fine.
Lanphier after the timeout gets it to Austin in the lane. A floater on the rim, no good. Rebound, Scotty Wallace stripped as he went up for the rebound try, and the ball loose on the floor is tied up. It'll be Lanphier ball on the arrow. Lincoln's defensive execution is much better here in the third quarter. They've had 2 steals for baskets.
Well, I'll tell you that. For Lanphier, though, that's like shooting fish in a barrel, having Larry Austin at that free throw line distributing in there. That only good stuff can happen. They missed the shot that time, though.
Austin with the ball to inbound it. 3:39 left in the third quarter. Their lead down to 7. Wallace with the ball, double team, throws it out front to Bishop. Now Tribbett in the lane. Austin over block, put it up, missed it in tight. Rebound is to Marquise Smith. He has it stripped away. They get it back. Ball loose on the floor. Lincoln ball. And they're going to call a travel on Podbelsic.
On the ground.
Give Lanphier the ball. Podbelsic was laying on the floor, and was it Tribbett that fell on him, and Podbelsic's called for the travel. 3:22 left in the third. 34-27 Lanphier. Lions get it back. Austin to throw it in. Off the Lincoln takeaway, then Lanphier gets it back. Here's Bishop to Tribbett up top. To Larry Austin right side. Throw it back out front to the sophomore Tribbett. Bumped by Podbelsic. Gave it up to Bishop. And Xavier Bishop and Jordan Tribbett and Larry Austin on the perimeter with Wallace and Marquise Smith inside on the high-low. Lanphier with 3 minutes to go in the third, leading by 7. Here's Bishop working in on the taller block. Lost the ball, fouled as he went to the basket. That's why he lost the ball, because he had his arm grabbed by a Lincoln defender.
Bowlby.
Edward Bowlby, his third. Third personal foul on Bowlby.
See, this is the part where Lincoln is extremely physical in that zone defense as they move from man to man, but they get away with quite a bit because it's a zone.
Bishop faked a shot from the wing left. Max Cook went up, bought the fake, and then fell on Bishop and commits the foul.
3 on Cook now, 3 on Bowlby. On the floor, no shot.
Max Cook 3 fouls, Edward Bowlby 3 fouls, so 2 Lincoln starters in foul trouble, and they both stay in. 2:45 to go in the third. Lanphier 34, Lincoln 27. Bishop has the ball on the wing left. Gives to Marquise Smith in the corner left. Back out front. Tribbett into the lane. Hands off to Smith for an easy 2 and a good assist from Jordan Tribbett. He made the play, and Marquise Smith cashed in, and it's 36-27. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Max Cook against Larry Austin in the Lincoln offensive end of the floor. To the high post and Gavin Block. Dump it inside for Bowlby, taken away by Wallace. Good defensive play by Scotty. A pickoff for Lanphier, and with the ball, the Lions come this way. Baseline drive. Bishop knocked his defender down, and an offensive foul on Bishop. And it was Bowlby who drew the charge that time. Went in and drew the charge with 3 fouls on Bowlby. He took a chance and got the call.
I think he took a dive, too. I don't think there was much contact.
Officials called it.
Yeah, it worked.
Offensive foul on Bishop with 2:01 to go in the third. Turnover Lanphier. Lincoln down 9 with the ball.
Joey Olden is in the game now for the Railers.
See what the rail splitters can get done here.
Podbelsic up on top.
Podbelsic tripped out front by Tribbett and fouled by Jordan Tribbett.
Still no bonus. That's Jordan Tribbett's first foul.
Well, here's a score that surprises us. After 1 quarter at Glenwood, Glenwood leads Southeast 17-4. Glenwood up by 13 over the Spartans, the league co-leaders, after 1 quarter. Game that started late at Chatham, and Southeast hasn't started yet, apparently. There's a baseline drive by Podbelsic. Got around Wallace and laid it up off the glass and good. Will Podbelsic gets the lead under 10 again at 36-29. 7-point difference. Ball batted loose in the lane and taken away by Podbelsic. A little collision between Austin and Block. The ball popped out. Podbelsic picked it up. Block into the lane. Gives right side. Joey Olden with it. Steps back to the circle. Gives the ball off left side to Bowlby. Now up top to Cook. Swing it right to Block into the right corner to Olden. Lincoln. Olden drives in. Marquise Smith blocked his shot and the rebound to Podbelsic. Lincoln keeps the possession. Bowlby 3 up top. Good. Edward Bowlby, second 3 of the quarter. It's a 4-point game. Lanphier was up by 16. Now they're up by 4. 42 seconds left. Austin blocked his defender, knocked him down, missed the shot in tight, and Gavin Block has the rebound. And the Railers on a big run here at the end of the third quarter. They can make it a 1-point game with a long one.
Yeah, they're pulling out all the stops, flopping and doing everything else. But the big thing is they're making shots. Couple threes. by Bowlby, really important here.
As cold as Lincoln was in the first half, they've heated up here in the third quarter with 14 seconds in the clock running.
Now they can get to within one possession to end the third.
Max Cook gives to Podbelsic. High post block. Easy. Backdoor cut by Bowlby for 2 and a 2-point game. Lanphier ball. Backcourt shot. Hit the backboard by Tribbett as the buzzer sounds. And we have a 2-point game as Lanphier scored only 4 points in the quarter. They were outscored that quarter 16-4 by Lincoln. What a third quarter for Lincoln.
7 of 11 from the floor makes the difference. Bowlby 2 big threes, and they got some other stuff inside. Block did some dishing off the high post and even the low post, and Lincoln right back in it with possession to start the fourth.
Lincoln ball down 2, a 3 for the lead, and Bowlby missed right up top, and the rebound to Xavier Bishop. Lanphier ball, 1-2-2 zone pressure in the backcourt. Joey Olden out at the point, harassing the guards Austin and Bishop to no avail.
Lions can't play scared. They've got to play like they still got that 16-point lead.
Here's Bishop for 3. In and out. It rattled out of the rebound. Bolden back up. Get in there. Nope. Marquis Smith. No. Marquis Smith again. No, that was Milliken on the fourth try that didn't go. 4 shots, none went. Lincoln rebound. Max Cook. Again, the Railers for the lead if they get a 3. Block drives in for 2 and the time missed. Bowlby put back. Bowlby's put back ties the game at 36. 7:05 to go. Buckle your seatbelts for a big finish in this game. 1 minute into the fourth quarter, Lanphier's 16-point lead is gone. 36 all. Lions ball as they attack the east basket here at Lobernica Gym. Bishop shoots a 3, but he traveled before he did. He made the shot, but a travel on Bishop.
Ball fake, bad call. Took 1 step towards the basket. Wasn't even a step, was a chop step. Don't think that was a good one.
Blake Turner giving the indication to the official Carl Medley of just what you said, chop step, not travel. 36 all, it was a travel, a Lanphier turnover. Lincoln for the lead this trip. Max Cook against Larry Austin. Goes left wing to Gavin Block out front. Olden right side. Now Podbelsic works in on Dwight Bolden. Baseline drive. Cross-court pass. Bowlby a 3. Short. Rebound Austin. Harassed in the backcourt by Podbelsic and fouled on the reach by Will Podbelsic. 3rd on the Lincoln senior. 3rd foul on Podbelsic. That's team foul number 6 on Lincoln. Lanphier will have free throws the rest of the way with 6:22 to go in the fourth quarter.
That's not always a good thing for Lanphier, though, to have free throws.
Good point.
Unless the right guys are shooting them.
Bishop and Austin in the backcourt. Taking their time, they better hustle. They finally get it across the timeline. Bishop and Austin with Dwight Bolden, Darius Milliken, and Marquis Smith on the floor. Larry spins into the lane, had the shot blocked out of there, and the rebound to Lincoln. That was not a best effort by Larry Austin.
Very tentative.
36 all with 5:54 to go. Lincoln again with a chance to take the lead. Up top, Podbelsic gives the ball off to Olden, defended closely by Lanphier's freshman Xavier Bishop. They'll give to Max Cook. Works it around a screen set up top by Bowlby. Now Marquis Smith comes out to get Cook in the one-on-one. You bet. Cook throws it in the corner. Podbelsic, ball fake. Shot, Olden for the lead. Got it.
Wow.
Joey Olden a three, and Lincoln leads 39-36. They were down 16. And now they lead by 3. 5:17 to go. See if Lanphier has enough composure to get the lead back and maybe come back and win this game.
21-4 since halftime.
Bolden blocked and fouled by Bowlby. That's 4 on Edward Bowlby. He flopped again that time, trying to draw a foul from Dwight Bolden, and it went the other way.
Ed Alexander wasn't falling for it. But now Bolden shoots bonus, and that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, Dwight Bolden, not a great foul shooter this season. The Lanphier senior.
50%.
20 of 40. 39-36 Lincoln. Lanphier led with 7:15 to go in the third quarter, 34-18. Lincoln has outscored him since then, 21-2. Shot by Bolden, missed. No bonus. Rebound Austin Cruz of the Railers. And with a 3-point lead, that clock is going to move fast now because Lincoln is going to take time off of it with the lead. A great free throw shooting team and the lead. And Lanphier with 14 fouls better start gambling. Oh, an almost steal by Austin, but Max Cook recovers it.
And they have 5 ball handlers out there most of the time.
They sure do. Olden another 3. Oh, he got it again. Joey Olden, second made 3 in successive trips, and Lincoln leads by 6. 42-36 Railers, 4.5 to play. What a comeback for Lincoln. Down the lane, Marquis Smith, offensive foul on a flop by Block. Gavin Block has done that all night. Drawn charging fouls on Lanphier, 2 on Austin, now 1 on Marquis Smith.
Marquis Smith got it at the free throw line, put his head down, went to the basket. Block stood the course, took the charge.
42-36 Railers.
Bowlby back in the game at 4:23 with 4 fouls.
In the first minute of the third quarter, Lanphier led by 16. Since then, Lincoln has outscored them 24-2. What a comeback for the Railers. Can't say that enough. Block gives the ball to Bowlby against Scotty Wallace off the charging foul and turnover of Lanphier. Lincoln again will drain some clock with now a 6-point lead. Bidding for the conference title in Southeast, way behind at Glenwood. Lincoln can win it outright with this victory if they hang on. Bounce pass to Bowlby from Podbelsic for 2 and an 8-point lead.
Great penetration drop down by Podbelsic.
Score for Bowlby, and Lanphier down 8, and Austin in the lane missed, and the ball tipped out front, and Tribbett tracks it down. Lanphier down by 8, 44-36.
Somebody's got to step up for the Lions here.
It's got to be number 2, Larry Austin. He's in the free throw circle.
They'll take a 3 from Bishop.
And a foul on the wing. It's against Lincoln. I think they got Podbelsic on a reach. Yep, it's his 4th. Man, 2 big threes by Joey Olden. Came into the game averaging 3 points. He has 6 in this quarter, and those are huge.
Bonus for Tribbett here.
Tribbett's first free throw is good. Sophomore guard Jordan Tribbett. Lanphier scored only 4 points in the third quarter, and that's their first point of the fourth quarter with 3:25 to go in the game.
Yeah, that ends an 8-0 run by Lincoln.
What a huge second half for the Railers. You knew they would rally. And a miss by Tribbett, and Scotty Wallace had his hands on the ball but couldn't corral it, and Gavin Block has it for Lincoln. 44-37. 3:15 to go. Time running out now for Lanphier, and Lincoln can be as patient as they want with what is a 7-point lead. Podbelsic up top, gives off to Block.
They run that weave so effectively.
And Lanphier scrambling has committed 5 fouls in the half. So they've got 1 to give, and they better steal the ball here and try to anyway. Here, Block down the lane, hands to Bowlby, reverse layup, missed. Rebound, Wallace. 2:48 left. Lanphier down 7, they have to hurry. Austin, pull-up jumper, baseline on the rim, no good. And the rebound to the shortest guy on the floor, Podbelsic, and he's fouled by Scotty Wallace. With 2:38 to play. And timeout, Lanphier. Great rally for Lincoln. Big collapse for Lanphier here in the second half. 44-37 Railers, 2:38 to go. Back in a minute. Have our first regional final, the championship game at Athens. Pleasant Plains onto the sectional. Plains beat Williamsville 58-34. Plains scored the first 22 points of the game and put it on cruise control after that. Beat the Bullets 58-34.
So much for that close game they played in December.
Yeah. What a comeback for Lincoln in this game. Down 16, they lead by 7 with 2.5 minutes left. Lincoln ball. They'll drain clock, and Lanphier will have to scramble. The Lions have just been unable to get the ball in the basket here in the second half. They have just 1 point in the fourth quarter, just 5 points in the second half.
How big has Joey Olden been for Lincoln?
Oh, my goodness. 2 huge threes here in the fourth quarter. And in the game, they lead by 7. Olden out on the floor. Cross courts it to Podbelsic, and Lanphier's not fouling, and they've got a foul to give under 2 minutes. Trailing by 7. Somebody better commit a foul. But Lincoln, a good free throw shooting team, that kind of plays into just what they want to do, and they have drained 35 seconds in this possession, and now a reach-in foul out front by Xavier Bishop. Stops the clock with 1:47 left. Lions are going to have to foul and then make threes if Lincoln makes or misses free throws, and Lincoln will go to the line the rest of the way. That was the 16th foul on Lanphier.
Well, now you're talking about, again, Lanphier not a good three-point shooting team.
Lincoln calls time as they're having trouble inbounding the ball. Timeout, 1:47 left, 44-37. Lincoln back in 30. Southeast trailing by 5 after Glenwood built a big early lead. Lincoln way behind in this game, trying to win the conference title. And a foul committed as the Railers inbounded. And Joey Olden, who's been one of the heroes of the second half for Lincoln, a reserve guard Olden, will have a 1 bonus.
Olden makes 72% of his free throws. He suffered a broken arm early in the season in the Lincoln tournament at Thanksgiving time and missed a whole bunch of time, but he's in there now.
Olden's free throw is good. He is now 15 of 22 at the free throw line this season. Joey Olden, 5'11", 150-pound junior with 1 more that can put Lincoln up by 9, and he missed. And the rebound to Lanphier's Darius Milliken. Bishop looked to the 3, instead shoots a forced 2 and missed it. Rebound Lincoln. Gavin Block with it, and Lanphier will have to foul to stop the clock, and they can't. Block in the backcourt. Lanphier scrambling after it, and Lincoln decides to call timeout on about an 8 count in the backcourt. 1:13 left. Lincoln 45, Lanphier 37. Back in 1 minute. Riverton wins the Riverton Regional, beats Decatur St. Teresa 54-47. And Glenwood leads Southeast at halftime. We'll have that score in just a moment. Lincoln to inbound, and we have a whistle. 5-second count. Lincoln couldn't get it in. Lanphier will get the ball back, trailing by 8, 45-37.
Got to score quick here. Get Bishop on a quick three.
Glenwood lead over Southeast is 26-18 at halftime at Chatham. 26-18 Glenwood leading over Southeast.
Lincoln doing a great
Three ball,
job.
Tribbett up top, missed badly. Rebound block. Gavin Block's gotten a lot of big rebounds off missed Lanphier basket attempts in this second half, and they foul him in the backcourt. Larry Austin and Darius Milliken double team block, and he was fouled, and with 57 seconds left, Lincoln, a big comeback here tonight. And Southeast down by 8 at half. Could mean a outright conference title for the Railers in come-from-behind fashion here at Lanphier. Gavin Block's free throw is no good on the 1-and-1. Rebound Lanphier. Here come the Lions down by 8. Got to score quick. Bishop forces a three. Missed it. Rebound Bishop. Back up for 2. Missed it. Rebound Milliken up for 2. Missed it. A lot of missed shots by Lanphier again in this second half. And Lincoln gets the rebound this time, and it was Olden. And a foul called out front as they foul Max Cook. This is going to be a real disappointing weekend for Lanphier, losing this game after having the big lead on favored Lincoln, heading into the regional next week in a game with Chatham on Monday night.
Yeah, tough way to end the season. Blake Turner gets his seniors in the game now. Kind of conceding the game. Fourth foul against Bishop.
What a huge comeback win for Lincoln. They lead 45-37 with 35 seconds left. Max Cook to the line. It's a 1 and bonus on the 9th team foul by Lanphier, and Cook makes the first. Cook, nearly 70% free thrower, 2 for 2 tonight. Olden, a couple of big threes in this fourth quarter. Bowlby, a couple of baskets, part of the Lincoln rally. Max Cook made them both.
Suddenly it's a 10-point game. Tim Huda ever thought that?
Wow. 47-37. And a jumper bank shot for Charles Roberts of Lanphier makes it 47-39. Block on the run, gives the ball to Podbelsic to Max Cook. Lincoln can run out the clock unless Lanphier fouls him, and they do. Roberts fouling Cook will send him back to the line. 47-39 Railers. Again, the score with 7:15 to go in the third quarter was 34-18 Lanphier. And now it's 47-39, now 48-39 Lincoln. As Cook made the free throw and one more for the Lincoln junior. Cook's second foul shot is no good. Rebound to the Lions, Marquis Smith. And he throws it away on a pass intended for Josiah Gordon. Lanphier's had a bunch of those turnovers in the second half.
Number 16 for the game, number 9 in the second half.
Lincoln's going to win it 48-39 and hope they will, that Glenwood can hang on and beat Southeast. Glenwood up 8 at half against the Spartans. The Railers will have at least a share of the conference title, and they might win it outright depending on how that game in Chatham ends. A big come-from-behind win for Lincoln here at Lanphier tonight. 48-39 the final. Lincoln 48, Lanphier 39. Back for the postgame show on Sports Radio 1450 in just a moment.